Hey guys, y'all can you guys hear me? Hopefully you guys can. If not, I have to move some stuff around. I had to take my computer apart again yesterday and man, I forgot how many plugs there are. Can you guys hear me now? The stream quality is terrible. I might be able to fix that. Let's see here. Window projector. Okay, is it better now? Okay, cool. It's I have to stream off a stream and I can't have that stream on a small window or else for some reason the quality goes down. I have to have a full window and then I minimize it so that I can't see it. And apparently that just makes the stream way better. So glad that's working. Anyways, guys, looks like we're just about ready to start here. So for today, we're looking at IINN. It's looking pretty good here. We had a run up from about $1.32 all the way to $2.40. So huge run up so far. We've got EOSE also looking good. Another one that ran up from $1.26 to a high there of $1.75. So again, a really high run up. It looks like it's taking a little bit of a dip. So we are below that VWAP, but with the bands, the way they're sitting, everything's looking good on that so far. DNAC, not a whole lot of volume. We've got IFRX, not a whole lot of volume. KZIA, it's looking okay. I wouldn't say this looks fantastic by any means, but it's looking not terrible. We have a couple areas here I'd like to keep an eye on. Just some quick levels there. But yeah, it's doing okay. It's nothing fantastic, but hopefully when the market opens, we see this start to climb a little bit. We can take a play off that. Works we can take a look at, yeah. We got quite a few things popping up here. Got AD or AVDL as well. Yeah, Works is looking pretty good. That one's going to be another one we could potentially take a play on. I want to take a quick look at AVDL as well. It's just popping up. Yeah, that one looks like it could be another potential player if it can continue to keep that kind of volume going. But yeah, looks pretty good. Market opens here in a minute, so we're going to get ready to start taking some trades. Candle's got 26 seconds left. Oh no. No way. Oh, that sucks, DOS. IBKR did something like that to me a couple months ago. It wasn't that bad, but I mean, yeah, it was actually pretty bad. I had placed an order for a short on a stock, and I just or long, I can't remember. It was one or the other. I think it was a short though. And it didn't go through, and I just kept clicking the button, and it wasn't going through, and I forgot to clear it from my order cache, and then like literally 30 minutes later, it filled all the orders, and I was already down like 20% on it. It was pretty lame. We've got IINN opening up, and it looks like it wants to move up here, so I think that's going to be our first play today. We're going to take a chance on IINN. We're going to go for a 230 entry. If we could get in lower, that would be great. We're going to go for 250 and then a 220. Yeah, 10 cents is a lot. Let's go for a 222 stop. It's looking good so far. We're at 235. Forgot to actually set up the ledger. Looking good, though. IINN. There we go. That wasn't actually such a pain. Hopefully we continue to see this rise. We did see a high there of 237, around 240. We have resistance. We could probably start to take some profits unless we see a blow right through that. We've got EOSE dropping, KZIA dropping as well. Works also dropping and AVDL dropping too. So that leaves pretty much triple N there. We did hit that 240 area. I'm going to start to scale out a little bit here. Scaling out some of IINN around 240. Just to secure those profits, we want to make sure that we're starting today on a win. So we've secured that win. Hopefully it continues to grow. We have EOSE with a nice bounce back, so I think that's going to be our next play. EOSE at a dollar. I'd like to get in $1.58 if we can, or maybe even a little lower. We're going to try for $1.70 and $1.50 for stop. So we're going to give it not too much room. I really don't want to see this come back down. So we're going to go for that $1.54 stop out. If we can get it a little lower than $1.58, you can lower that a couple cents. I'm not sure if you will, though. So again, this is probably going to be EOSE, a risky one, but sometimes you got to take those risks. Okay. All right, have fun boxing, man. Triple N here, or IINN, not triple N, is that, but 253, that's past PT here. Definitely a good win. PT, IINN, and scaling out some more here. Leaving a runner. Okay, so we're gonna leave a runner in this. We're up pretty high already. I think it will come back down, but I do want to make sure that if it does continue up for whatever reason, we have some skin in the game still. So we're looking pretty good there. We hit a high of 253. Yeah, I would say it's definitely due to come back down. EOSE still looking okay. We have KZIA breaking down, and same with Works here. Hopefully Works can hold on this 200 EMA. This would be definitely something we want to see hold. I think it might. I think this is going to be a risky. I know I've said that every time today, and I do think that these are all risky today. But I do think this one's going to be risky. We're going to go in on Works here at 0.88. We're going to go for that 0.95 and a point. Let's give it a 0.85 stop. We don't need anything more than a 0.85. If it starts to move back down, obviously we're going to cut it. And that goes red. Well, let's see, EOSE. Make sure that stop line is red. And we've got triple N here. Does in fact go higher. We see 259 out of it. So that is looking good. EOSE is not looking too bad. We haven't come back down too far yet. KZIA might come back here. Works is still holding. Looking decent. AVDL's not really got any volume behind it. IFRX, nothing really going on there. Nothing yet anyway, but this could be... IFRX looks like it could be coming back for a decent sized recovery here. We'll just have to wait it out for a minute. EUSE almost hits that stop. Looks like it's going for a dip, but you know what? We'll see. We'll see what happens with that. IINN still looking to go up. EUSE, yeah, might stop us out here. It's getting pretty close. Works is up to 90 cents. $0.95, huge spike. We just saw 98 cents out of that, as far past PT. Definitely didn't have time to type in that we were taking profits on that, but hopefully you saw it and took some profits as we hit 0.97, 0.97, 0.98. I think it was 0.98 actually. Didn't quite get the top there, but that's okay. Yeah, we almost hit 0.99 there. That was insane. That was a huge jump. EOSE actually bounced back pretty nicely here, going up to a high of 167. You know what? I'll take it. 10 cents on that EOSE is definitely good enough. We're gonna go ahead and take some profits on EOSE 167-ish and leave a runner. Definitely want to leave a runner and stuff like this because today we're seeing that volatility. We're seeing stuff really pick up. So we definitely want to keep some skin in the game for those kind of things. IINN looks like it's starting to come down. So we did hit just under 260 there. Hopefully you took some profits there. If you didn't, well, don't really have much to say if you didn't take any profits on the way up, but hopefully you did. EOSE is looking okay still. We did see it hit as high as $1.66. Looks like it still wants to go up. That's still a bullish candle forming. Looks like we may even hold on this $1.61 line. That would be nice. We have Works all the way back down to 0.90. I think I'm going to jump in with another full set here. So I'm going to go Works. Oh, just clicked way too many wrong buttons there. Works, again, 0.88. We're going to go for a 0.95 and then a 0.84, 85. Let's go 85. I want to keep it the same as the last trade, basically. If we stop out, it's only like a 3% stop out. If we get another play like last time, that's like easily a 10, 15, 20% win. So we're going to go works. 8. All right, not looking bad there. IINN back up. Looks like it bounced off that support line pretty nicely here. EOSE's back down quite a bit. Bands are tightening very, very tight right now. So we're probably going to see some volatility in one way or another. Works looks like it's doing okay, I guess. KZIA has not broken above yet. What about IFRX? IFRX looks like it's still heading down. So it looks like we're playing the right 3 stocks right now. EOSE is looking okay, I guess. Well, not really. It's dropping back down, so we're going to be stopping out on that runner no matter what you're holding. Probably even if your stop loss was a little bit lower, you're still going to be stopping out on that runner. Could be a good opportunity to buy in there, but we're going to see. I'd like to see a little bit of confirmation that this is heading back up before I buy in. We do have a long ways down. That could possibly go. We did break that 260 mark on IINN. You're still in profits. Yes, that's true. You're still in profits. So if you didn't take profits, definitely do that. It's just, it's amazing. Some days after trading or whatever else, somebody message me and they'll be like, what do I do? I'm still holding this. I'm like, why are you holding that? We hit our PT. And they're like, I don't know. I thought it was going to go higher. Like, it did go higher. They're like, still didn't take PT. Still didn't take any profits out. We're 265 on IINN. This could be a good place to take the rest out. I'm going to take a little bit more out. Bring up that average just a tiny, tiny bit. Hopefully we see a little bit more. I don't know, though. I think this is going to hit a pretty decent pullback, probably at least down to VWAP. We're seeing a little bit of confirmation that EOSE could be turning around here, and that's all I really need to see. So we're gonna go EOSE, $1.52. We're gonna try for $1.65, and we're gonna go for $1.49 stop. We're gonna give it that 3 cents. That's it. Okay, $1.49 there. We can get rid of this one. Hopefully the EOSE does not fake us out and continues to move up from here. That would be preferable. Works does drop to our stop. Looks like, I don't know, it could be dying here. We're going to give it a second. We'll see if it comes back. It could come back pretty hard. That was quite the volatility spike before, so might see it again. EOSE is looking decent here. IINN looking decent as well. I really hate saying IINN. I'm just going to call it in. It's just too much work. I'm way too lazy to call it IINN all day. KZIA still dropping. We got AVDL not doing much. IFRX still waiting on that confirmation of a breakout above that 200 EMA. We have a couple others. We could look at Zaire. Looking pretty decent there. Price range is okay at best. You know, candles, they're kind of half there, I guess. I don't know. Not something I'm really too into playing right now. We could try Sovo. Sovo's looking pretty good. Again, the range is mediocre at best, and the price range is a little high for me. I'm sure we can find something else. There's CVAC, which is, again, high price. Looks like it's going to be one of those days where a lot of the other things running are higher prices. Not sure how I feel about that yet. We'll exhaust other options before we go that route. We have EUSE back down a little bit. We did hit as high as $1.57. Wouldn't say it's massive profits. There was 5 cents there, so about 3% profit at $1.50. You could have taken profits there if you really felt the need to, but we'll see what happens here. That MACD is starting to turn around, so that's definitely good news for us. However, you know what? It's not really looking too great. We are bouncing off this line, though, so that's good news for us. Works looks like it may come back. This is like basically catching a knife at this point, but I do think I want to try Works one more time here. I think we're going to miss a big move. 0.85 entry. We're going to go for a 0.95 PT and then a 0.82 stop out. So we're going to give it that 3 cents again. We're going to see what that does. 0.82, just right at the bottom there, unfortunately. If you can get lower than 0.85, you can lower this lower than 0.82, and that would honestly be preferable. There we go. It's about as close as I can get. That's perfect. But I don't know if that's going to happen again, so might have to just take what you can get and hope to God we do not break into the same low or a new low. Okay. Now I'd like to see a massive recovery back up to 0.95. If we get, somewhere to even VWAP, that's a pretty good, or 200 EMA, that's a pretty good place to start to try to take some profits. We could see a rejection off that level or VWAP level, so keep an eye out for that. EOSC is looking pretty good here at 160 from our entry at 152. You know what? Not bad. I'm going to start to scale out there. Scaling out some profits on EOSC 160 or 161, whatever you can kind of squeeze out of it. I think 161's right around the corner here. That would be great. Work's not really doing a whole lot here. Looks like it might come back down. Gonna jump in here 0.84. Maybe that'll give me enough room. That makes that go down to 0.81. Oh, that was too low. There we go. Gives us a little bit of room, so if this does make a new low, damn it, I should have waited like half a second longer. Could have gotten an even better number. That's okay. Honestly, if this breaks a new low, I'm sure it'll stop me out no matter what level I'm at, since we're now at that new low level. EOSC with a nice spike up to 167. That takes us past PT, so PT, EOSC, taking some more out, and leaving the runner. So we're doing pretty well here on EOSC. So far, so good today. We've only really stopped out a couple times. Maybe once. Did we stop out? Yeah, works once. Still waiting on a better pullback on IINN. Damn it, I mean in. Zer still going up. IFRX not really doing a whole lot. Work at 8.5. Honestly, if we can get that to 8.8, that would be great. EOSC might be another buy-in opportunity at 153 there. This could go back up. We could be seeing this heading back up to about 265, so I think I'm going to try again on this. 250 to 265 with a 245 stop loss. We're going to give it a fairly tight stop. Not really too keen on risking too much on this because we are buying in at a point where, you know what, this definitely could continue going down to the VWAP. So if it does happen to break back down even a little bit, I want to be out of it. I just don't want to miss the opportunity that we could be heading back up to 265 or higher and not have anything in it at that point. So looks like so far we're doing okay. We're at 253 here. 265 would be definitely good profits as well. So we're at 0.85 here on works. If we get 0.86, you could probably take out a little bit if you're in 0.83 with me, or 0.84 with me. It's like 2, maybe 3% profits right there. EUSD could be another buying opportunity as well. Yeah, I don't really trust sub dollars either, but sometimes it works out. And this one's got a lot of volume. Its candles are looking fairly good anyway. So when you get stuff like that, it's harder to say no. And this is like pretty close to a dollar mark. So it's a little bit easier because I don't know. I don't trust taking plays on stuff that are like 20 cents or 30 cents because your stop loss literally has to be like 1 cent. How's it going? It's going okay. It's not too bad. We'll see. Yeah, in with the knife. That's what I was afraid of. So our tight stop out at 245. We are at VWAP here, so we want to see this turn around. MACD just went negative though, so we're going to give it a little bit to confirm that it is going to bounce, but we do want to set up a trade. So in 240, 260, and then a 230, maybe a 232 stop. You know what? So far, so good. We haven't seen it fall through. I'm going to go ahead with the trade. If it does fall through that VWAP and looks like it's going to come down, I'm going to probably cut it. I'm not going to wait for that stop to hit. But I want to make sure that I get a decent entry on it anyway. So I'll take that little bit of risk that I have to cut it early. That makes our stop 232. Pretty big stop there. Work's still getting real close to stopping us out. We need some bullishness to pick up on that for sure. We are back on that line on EOSE, and I think that's our opportunity to buy back in. So we're going to go for that 150 entry. We're going to go for 165 and then a 145 stop again. Not 145. We'll go for 146. 147. No, 146. Having a hard time deciding. If you can't quite get 150, you know what, that's okay. I would get in 153 and then put your stop back at 149 or something. Give yourself about 4 cents of room. Let's go EOSE. I got the exact same entry as last time. 152. Works back up a tiny bit here. In looking like it does want to bounce. We are seeing a dramatic decrease in volume so far. So hopefully we start to see that fix. But yeah, 500 to 50K, 50% of the port per trade. Just keeping it simple and easy. People seem to really like the $500 challenges. I've had a couple requests to do like $100 or $50 and stuff like that, but I feel like that's going to be so slow. That, and I don't want to attract the wrong attention. I really don't think people sub $500 should be day trading at all. I think if you only have $100 to spend on day trading, you should probably spend that elsewhere in your life. There's definitely better uses. $100 to 20K? Yeah, no kidding. Works looks like it's going to break down. Man, this is tough. Could cut it, but it could bounce from here. Looks like in here is going to start moving up. We did see it break through that MACD negative. It is starting to curl up. We are seeing it hold that VWAP line as we expected that it should. EOSE is also sitting around that 151, 152 area still. Works still struggling, hasn't broken that new low yet, so fingers crossed it doesn't. In, we're hoping for 260, but man, this is starting to move slow. At least we're seeing the volume come in this minute, so at least just as much as the last couple minutes, so that's definitely some good news. Candle close is pretty high. The next one's looking red so far, turning green. That would be great. At least to see 260, that would be kind of where I'm aiming on this. EUSE moved up a little bit. Works still struggling, has yet to break that low. 249. Come on, break that 250. Rejected. What happened to all the volume? Well, I think someone mentioned the feds are talking today, so in lieu of that, I think people are probably being a little more cautious with their investments and trading activity. What's ES doing today? Well, it's been fairly static. Saw a nice climb yesterday, actually. See, was I kind of draw supply and demand zones? Like, I draw a line of resistance. Kind of the same thing. What? What's up? Works might be recovering here. Oh yeah, I saw that. I totally rolled my eyes when I saw that too. I'm like, that's totally an R2R move. Put something on sale, say it's gonna end this day, and then be like, you know what, we'll extend for a few more days. K-Sauce always comes to me and he's like, should we extend it? I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever, man. Whatever you want. 80% is the new normal price? Yeah, no kidding. No, it's not bad. Obviously, it's good for you guys, but I mean, like, I don't really care either way if we put it on sale more often or less often. He's always coming to me asking me if we should put it on sale. It's always just going to be a yes. I don't see why not. I'm surprised we didn't do like a 4th of July sale though. That was like the one I was definitely expecting him to ask, and he just didn't ask, so he just didn't do it. Maybe we'll do a late one or something. Although we're supposed to be increasing prices July, so this month I think. Yeah, we're in July now. I'm too Canadian for that. Yeah, definitely. So maybe that's why he didn't, because like the last sale was supposed to be like people locking in the price point now, so that when we increase prices, they don't get hit with the whatever we increase it to. Yeah, man, all of this stuff is moving so slow. What about IFRX? Nope. 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 Well, I mean, Works has at least moved up a little bit, so we're not like deep in the red zone anymore. We're looking okay on it. Whoops. I'm just like pressing all the wrong buttons here. Not sure how I changed it, but I'm getting a rejected market route error. Interesting. Yeah, I'm not quite. What brokerage are you on? Maybe you changed your you could have changed your route, or maybe you don't have live data. If you don't have live data and you're trying to market by, it won't happen. I mean, well, maybe some brokerages allow that, but they shouldn't. Trying to decide whether to cut in or not. Yeah, I've been kind of in the same boat. We did hit 252 there, which is not too bad. I mean, from a 240 entry, that's not terrible. So I'm gonna go ahead and say to take profits on in whatever have them. Leave her running. I won't say if you must, but that sounds like more reluctant, where it's not so reluctant to leave a runner. It's just I don't feel comfortable holding the full amount of in right now because it hasn't really done anything. EUSD is back up to 162 here, so this is definitely a good place to start taking some profits. Taking some profits on EUSD 162, oh, not 156, 162. Did I say EUSD? Okay, good. I specified. That's a whole 10 cents there, so that's not bad. In should see, I think in is definitely going to come back up. I just think it's going to be something we need to be really patient for, which kind of sucks because patience is not my strong suit. Definitely not my strong suit. I still think we are going to hit that 165 area on EOSE. It's a little bit of a stretch. There's a little bit of resistance here. We do have to break through this resistance and then break through that Bollinger Band, but I do think it's going to happen. We're at 163 right now. We're very, very close. There we go. Was that 165 there? It's 164. Damn, so close. 164. There's 165. Yeah, sometimes it happens. We do have days where I say, you know what, you want to take profits earlier. It's PT, EOSE. Taking some more profits here, 168-ish. Something like that. I think we hit close to 170. Yeah, we had 169, so 168 is not terrible by any means. And we're going to leave a runner in that because this could definitely start to break out. We did make a new high here. Works still struggling. We're back down, we're back up, we're back down. Yeah, it's definitely been a struggle with the stock. I do think we've basically bottomed out though. I think that there's still a very good chance we get stopped out because we're so close. I wouldn't recommend moving or stop down though, because I feel like if we break into a new low, it could just continue going down anyway. EUSD looks like it's hitting 171 here. In definitely dropped the stop. Good thing we took some profits. USC at 170. Jackal, did you cut in or take some profits? Hey, there you go. In looks like it's probably in for a decent drop there. I don't think that was an intentional pun. It just kind of happened, and it was a really crappy one. So I'm not proud of myself, even though it wasn't intentional. It looks like it is going to be dropping though. Work's getting real sketch here. Like 165, 162, 165, 162. We're seeing a lot of volatility here. Volume's still okay. We could cut at 165. We could make like 1 cent profit and just move on with our day. A cent over break even. Well, at least you don't pay fees yet, right? So still technically you're in profit. However, if you were on Lightspeed, I think that may have been just a slightly red trade then. EUSD at 270 here looks like it is going to be coming back down. It might give us a chance at re-entry here. I was hoping for a buck 53. I'm not sure we'll get that though. It'll probably bounce off VWAP this time. It's looking a little bit stronger. Yeah, definitely still better than a stop. I would much rather get a break even or slight red than a whole 3% loss. Just what I'm kind of thinking on works here. I don't know. This is totally a gambler stock at this point. This is just not. It's not breaking down further, and it's not breaking above either. So it's gonna do one or the other at some point today, hoping it's the right direction. Yeah, it'll definitely mess you up if you're afraid of your fees. And I think that's the hardest part for people that are going from, casual retail investor things like Webull and stuff like that, where it's just no fees. And then I tell them they have to like get on a professional day trading brokerage. And then they're like, oh, but there's fees. Yeah, it definitely messes with you. And you're like, oh, well, I have to watch what I'm trading and how I'm trading because they're going to charge me. Or, worst case is you don't have the 25K and you're in the US and you have to go to CMEG and they charge you a flat rate per trade, and then people are really sweating about $3. Can't imagine if they were in Canada and they had to pay like minimum $5 each way. Up until recently, there's Trade Zero plus ECN. That's true. Yeah, if you're market ordering, you have to worry about ECN as well. EUSC back up to that $1.60 or $1.72 area. Yeah, exactly. So if you're on CMAG, you definitely just want to watch how you're trading, right? You want to make sure that you're avoiding ECN fees. EVFM's running again. Yeah, let's take a look at EVFM. As far as I remember, that was above $1. Maybe I was wrong yesterday. Maybe it wasn't above $1. No, it was. Yeah, for the most part, anyway. Okay. So we have EVFM. It's sitting up kind of high right now, so I'm not going to bother taking a play on it just yet, but it is looking good. Yes, and that's true. You have to buy DAS Trader or Sterling for CMEG as well. So that's another good hit. Yeah, I think it's 150 for DAS and then Sterling. As far as I remember, Sterling is twice the price. So I think it's 300 or 350. Um, so that's why when people come to me and they're like, I only have $500 to trade. It's like, well, if you're new to day trading and you're trying to do this kind of trading, I would suggest paper trading first because you really have to kind of get used to it before you decide to do that. Because if you're getting hit with, $150 a month in fees, and then you're getting hit with ECN fees and trading fees, and you're taking losing trades, that $500 is going to go pretty quick. Yeah, exactly. It gets you around the rules. Yeah, and unfortunately, there used to be a lot more options, but they seem to be dwindling. The FINRA's really cracking down on people, so Works is still not moving anywhere. Um, what's the best platform? The best platform really depends on your needs and how much you're trading. If you're a professional day trader with lots and lots of like capital, I would suggest Cobra Trading or Center Point Securities. If you are just starting out day trading and you don't want to have to worry about all these fees and stuff, and you don't have quite the capital needed to get into those brokerages, I would suggest IBKR. And then if you're under PDT rules and you have less than 25K, then I would suggest CMEG because that's really your only other option. So there's lots of ways you can go, and if you're Canadian, there's like a million different things you can. Well, not really a million, because we're quite limited on what we could use. You could still use Cobra or Centerpoint, but again, you still need that $50,000 for a Centerpoint. And then Trade Zero is always an option for Canadians now. I think I've mentioned that before, and they're pretty good for shorting. And I am going to be opening up an account with them just to test it out because I know that it can't be worse than IBKR. Works finally broke above. We did see a $1.67 there. We did hit that 200 EMA. Definitely a good time to take some profits there. So we're taking some profits on Works here at 200 EMA. Say 0.88. I think it might have been 0.87, but whatever the case may be. Maybe it was 0.88. Yeah, it did touch 0.88. Okay. Oh yeah, and then if you're above 25K, but you can't really get into those other brokerages, and you're in the US, I would definitely suggest Lightspeed over IBKR, just because Lightspeed cannot be worse software wise from IBKR, and they are a day trading brokerage. And then, of course, if you're over 30K and you really want to get into day trading, I would suggest Cobra Trader because it's just better. But yeah, again, the fees, you are still paying for like Dash Trader or Sterling or their Cobra Trading platform, which I think is just as much as Dash Trader. But their fees are cheaper than IBKR once you trade over 1 million shares or something. That's blasphemy, Wiz. Nothing is more complicated than IBKR. I refuse to believe it. It also scares me to think about that. Looks like EUSC still isn't dropping to where we want to get another entry. We're still holding on to a little runner here, but nothing major. Works is still looking pretty good. We still got a runner in that, but I'm so glad that we actually ended up making some money. There were so many chances there to chicken out. Held my ground, didn't want to take that 3% stop, but you know what? It paid off. It's looking good. If we can break through this 200 EMA, I don't think we will right now, but if we do end up breaking through that 200 EMA, we could definitely see some profits as it moves up. Yeah, anything is way less funky than IBKR, to be honest. It's kind of a pain. It's culture shock is what it is. If you're coming from Webull or even Quest Trade or anything like that, and you're heading over to IBKR, you look at this thing and you're like, oh my god, I'm back in the 70s or 80s. When did the internet come out? Was that the 90s? I was basically born into the internet, so I think it was the 90s. Ah, yes, and that's the tricky part of DAS. You have to configure your own keys. You have to what's the word? Code, basically code or script. I was looking in earlier. There's something in me that says that it could be a good place to get in, and that would be why, because I there's decent support at this zone. I think that Tachyon, I've never even heard of it to be honest. One thing I will say is if I haven't heard of the brokerage, it's probably not a good brokerage. I know someone was in Alpaca Trades or something. I think it was Alpaca Trades or something really weird, and now it's just like I've never even heard of these people. It turns out they were really crappy software or something, but it was really funny to hear someone was in something that just like I think they had a user base of a couple hundred people or something. Yeah, let's get in on in. 230 if we can. We're gonna aim for 250 and then a 225 stop. So we're gonna give it a fairly tight stop here. I don't think we need too much room. Actually, I would prefer to not have a stop right at 225, seeing as how that's a low, but unless we get a better entry, I don't think it'll happen. But it looks like it is moving up, so that's always the good part of that. Works hits 0.89, so we are breaking through that 200 EMA. We're almost seeing 0.90 here, which is what were we aiming for? I can't even remember. This trade was so long ago. Where's Works? 0.95 is what we were aiming for. You know what? It looks high, but we've seen these candles that range pretty hard, so just watch it carefully. You can even set like a limit sell if you absolutely have to and try to get out that way. But I do think at some point we're going to hit 0.95 again. It's a platform on CMEG? Oh, okay, so it's like an API overlay. I haven't actually heard of that one. Is it free or cheaper than DAS? Because if it's cheaper than DAS, I would definitely say try it. It might not be great, but if they're offering it, it's probably at least somewhat vetted. Equal price? If it's equal price, I'd probably just go with DAS. At least they're reputable. I was gonna say if it's like cheap, I would go with Tachyon just to see what it is, but yeah, I've never heard of it or used it, so got no feedback on that one. Yep, that or Thinkorswim is usually pretty good. The problem with those is they're not direct market access, which makes it a little bit harder for this kind of trading. Again, I haven't even used any of these brokerages because I'm not in the States, so I can't really say for sure. But from what I hear, Webull is pretty decent. We've had quite a few students decide to stick on Webull even though it's not direct market access, and it seems to work out fine most of the time. Tachyon commercials, maybe. Hmm. In did hit 235 here. It looks like it's going to be coming back down. Works is it did hit 0.90. Do I hold anything long term? Um, like I have a small investment account. Yeah, it doesn't have a lot in it. I basically just buy like into S&P 500 or similar things, or I look for things with small dividends, or drips. I like drips are the easiest, so I go for drips. I want to start investing a little bit into REITs. Did I cut in? Not yet. It's looking like I definitely should. I haven't yet though. We'll see. This could come back around pretty quick, but it's not looking great, I gotta say. Just make the call that it could be a good time to cut it. Could be a good time to cut in as it's dropping. It's funny because like a lot of time before I even get to finish typing that I want to cut something, it's already like past the stop, so. Oh well, that's 5 cents. We'll see if it comes back, but it is breaking into a new low here, so honestly, like I kind of felt bad putting my stop right at the bottom here because I was like, you know what, it could come back down, bounce again, but the fact that it didn't bounce and it went lower actually makes me feel better because it wouldn't have mattered if I waited for a better entry. I still would have stopped out on it. So we'll take it as it is. Is $30 worth a 25K Apex account? I would personally say if you're gonna trade futures, you should probably get the 50K account. There's nothing really wrong with the 25K, but I feel like it is. Yeah, it's only 34 bucks to get the 50K account. Yeah, it's just you have twice as many contracts. You have not a lot more room, but you have a decent size more room on your trailing threshold. It just works out better. I feel like the 25K is pretty restricting. So for what it's worth, I would definitely go for the 50K. Yeah, I can imagine. I feel like that even with the 50K account, I do one bad trade and I'm like, ah man, I only have $2,000 of room left. What am I gonna do? Works is starting to move up 92 cents. We're seeing that move we wanted to. We can start to take a little more profit here. Honestly, Works is killing it today, and it's one of those things that I really didn't think we were gonna start making a decent amount of money on because it was a sub-dollar stock, but it's working out pretty good for us. I think if I go to trade summary, it should say our first Works trade was 9%. Our second Works trade is 9.5%. So we've made almost 20% on Works. Is that it? 0.88 to 0.96. Okay, yeah. For some reason, I thought we were in like that 15% range each time, but I guess I'm just off. Yes, the first 10K profits is yours. However, you do need to be able to maintain your account for those 3 months before you'll get that 10K out, because you have a limit to how much you can withdraw in the first 3 months or first three withdrawals. Yeah, exactly what Shade's saying. We're at 0.93 here on Works, looking pretty good. Might hit that 0.95. It's right around the corner. If we hit that, 0.98 could be a definite possibility. US finally coming down here to VWAP. Bottom bands right there. We are seeing the bearish break on MACD here, so this could be a bad sign, but I think we could probably take this as an opportunity with a tight stop. So we could go EOSE 160. We'll go I don't know, 175. And then a 155, maybe a 156 stop. I honestly don't want to give it too much room. All right, getting at 159, I guess. So 156 stop right there. Man, by the time I buy in, I'm going to be at the stop. Yeah. All right, you know what? We're fine with that, right? I mean, getting in lower, even though this isn't the way we want this trade to go, we might just hit the stop. I'm quite okay with getting in at 158 here and just seeing if we recover from here, it's going to be a really good trade. If we don't, it's a tight stop anyway. That's how I'm looking at it anyway. Fingers crossed we don't move down 1 more cent. Damn it. It was worth a try. Since it broke down from there, I mean, we might see it stop at 152 here. If not, we got 148 as a support. And then, of course, we have that 200 EMA, which would be the final place I'll be looking to jump into it if it comes to that. But we only have about 15 minutes left, and I really don't think we're going to drop that far in 15 minutes. I could be wrong, though. We did, in fact, hit that 0.95 area on Works, so that is finally PT on Works. Taking most out and leaving a runner because we could hit that 0.98 area pretty easily. We're almost at 0.96. Yeah, exactly. That's just the profit goal is just to pass your evaluation. So the first time you hit $3,000 on the 50K account, they say, good job, we'll give you a real account now. And then you start over, and that's when you actually get to keep the money that you make. So they put you in a sim account first to make sure you're not an idiot. And then the next time around, you actually get money for it. It might still be a sim account if they don't trust you. They do say that they'll decide when they give you a real account. However, they will pay you out the profits that you get on the sim account next time if it's a sim account. For the semi? Oh, for the sim? No, you do have to pay. You're paying for your evaluation, and then once you pay for your evaluation, which is like the 30 or 40 bucks or whatever, with the 80% discount, then you pay, once you pass that, you pay a performance fee, which I think is 80 bucks. I honestly don't know. I should know at this point. I have like 5 accounts with them. 88 bucks, yeah. That's probably Canadian though, right? USD. That's USD. Oh man, we pay a lot for that then. It's like 105 or something. But yeah, that's for to get your real account funded or whatever, and then after that, that's what you pay every month, I believe. No, you only pay the performance fee once, and then you pay. with 80% discount, you pay 50% of the price of the 50K account per month or something. So I think it comes back to, I don't know the price, but that's how it works. You pay a monthly fee to keep your account, but if you're making money, well, it probably doesn't matter that you're paying 60 or 70 bucks for the account. Come on, Works, hit that 0.88 or 0.98, not 88. That is correct. Yeah. Yes, that's true. So if you get past your evaluation is in dead, it's looking pretty dead, I would say so. Yeah, so if you get past your evaluation right now, I would say yeah, you pay your performance fee or whatever. But if you blow your regular account, instead of taking the 50% off that they give you for your next eval, I would just cancel that account and open a new one and take the 80% off again. Like they have such stupid deals all the time that it's like sometimes it's better to just mess around and find a way to use the bigger discount. Yeah, of course you can do that. I did that last time. I accidentally blew my account because I left a trade open and then I walked away and I thought I had closed everything and I didn't and it blew my account, which really sucked. But they were having an 80% discount or something at that time. So instead of taking the 50% discount that they had, yeah, exactly. And then you know what? It's definitely a good thing to have multiple accounts because if you do end up being good at trading futures, um, you can link all your accounts together and trade multiple accounts at the same time. Yeah, exactly. Hey man, you stay rich by taking advantage of deals and not spending money. Can you only trade futures? I think they offer crypto with it as well or something. They have a full list of everything they let you trade. I think it's futures for cryptos or something. You can trade cows if you want, or bushels of wheat, or gold, or Forex. You could trade Forex pairs, currency pairs, whatever. I just like the fact that I can trade cows. In all my years of trading, I have never traded cows. It's kind of like Farmville. Just make sure you sell before the expiry date on your contracts that you're buying, or you have to go pick up your cows. Your time limit? You get, well, yeah, you have a month. If you don't pass in a month, then they just charge you again and you carry on to the next month. But trust me, $3,000 is very, very easy to do in a month. Like most of us, it takes like a day. Yeah, you need a minimum 10 trading days. So on your sim account, on your eval account, once you hit that $3,000, you just trade like a micro contract, quick in and out every day until you hit that 10 days. So you pass. Because you don't want to obviously blow that. I think any country can sign up. I'm actually not sure how it works, but that's how futures used to work when they first came out. It was for farmers to secure prices and for people to secure prices on things. So you would actually have to go and pick up the things because you're buying contracts of things at a future price, right? Or the now price, but in the future. So, you can buy, like 10 ounces of gold right now for $100. So you buy contracts. So in 4 months, you can go pick up 10 ounces of gold at $100. And if you don't exercise that contract between now and the expiry date, then you would just get the gold. If you buy wine, you buy wine futures. Yeah. That's actually a really weird way to put it because wine is better when you age it, isn't it? So technically, wine goes up in value. We saw a pretty decent dip here in works, but it does seem to be coming back pretty strong. We're hitting that 0.96 area again. Why doesn't everyone do that then? What, buy wine? Well, I mean, you can. Lots of people. There's actually business. That why do you think there's businesses that buy gold from people? That's what they do. They just hold on to it because gold goes back up in value. We're almost at that 0.98 area, so this is where we're going to be looking to take some more profits. There we go, 0.98. Oh fuck, man, 2.98. Oh, shouldn't be swearing on YouTube. 0.99. We actually hit $1. Taking some profits here. We actually hit a whole dollar amount. So we can get past $1 here. This is gonna, yeah, shoot up like that. 103. Wow. That was some nice profits. Look at that. We're almost at the high of day on this. It's free milk. Well, you're paying for the cow. Oh my god, 109. Here we go. 109. Definitely taking some profits there, and we're almost out of money, so we can just leave a little bit in there and see what happens. But my god, what was our entry on that works play? 84 cents to $1.09? That's insane. Let's see, what percentage is that? Looking good. Yeah, it's just under 30%, 29.76%. It might go higher. We still have a tiny bit in there. I don't really want to ride it down too much, but yeah, great. That was fantastic. That was a really nice trade. That probably gonna give our account a nice little boost here. What are we at right now? We're at 235 in profit. We'll go over that in a little bit. We took 4 stops today. One works, one in, or 2 in, one EOSE. EOSE. Oh yeah, we did stop out in this, right? Oh, man, I hope that the 30% win is not trade of the month. I hope that we get higher than that, but can't complain. Pretty good trade. So far, trade of the month, that's for sure. We're only on like day 2 or day 3. No, I think there's only been like once that came pretty close to happening or something. I don't know. I haven't been around for it. I think it was like the 80s or something. But maybe it was the 90s. No, I think it was the 80s for whatever reason. There's the Great Depression and stuff, that too. I mean, the worst one I've seen is COVID so far, which honestly was like fairly exciting. And I think I made a ton of money off that. There's stuff that just went absolute nuts. Squid Game coin video? No, I haven't. Works all the way back down to 93 cents. Could be a potential entry here. I still think that this isn't something I really want to open up in the last 5 minutes of trading. EOSE is dying. We've got IN dying. KZIA is just not doing anything. CVAC, like it's going up, but really like 50 cents on a $15 stock in the past half an hour. That's a no-go. EVFM, again, you know what? It looked really good. It's kind of, I honestly just forgot to look at it, but it looks like I didn't miss out too much because we've been bouncing up and down like 8 cents on this. Did IFRX end up doing anything? I think I closed that one down earlier. Well, it is getting back above that VWAP line right now, and that hasn't really happened at all today, so that could be a bullish stock. The coin. Yeah, if you're talking about like crypto coins, I've seen lots of things go from a crazy number straight to zero. And I think that sort of includes our coin too. Like I saw our coin hit a crazy amount. I think my $500 I put into our coin went to like 30,000 at one point, and then back down to like nothing. I think it's like worth $100 right now or something. There was at one point that coin did like really well, and then it just didn't do anything. Well, it was so complicated to buy and sell crypto. That's the only reason I don't trade it. So like you got to go onto an app. You have to buy Bitcoin. Then you transfer that Bitcoin over to a different wallet. Then you transfer that onto for I don't know something else, and then you do that and you get that and you move that over to your trust wallet and you go to Pancake Swap and then you swap it out for this coin. So to me, that $500, even though it was worth like $30,000, was not worth the amount of trouble it was going to take me to pull it out. It was just too much work. So I was like, I'll just keep supporting them, keep the $500 in there. I was hoping one day I'd come back and have $1 million sitting there, but at this point, it's not looking very likely. I don't even know if it's still alive. But I also have these speeches about how lazy I am. Works might go for another run here. Yeah, I don't think we're going to open any more positions as of yet because there's really nothing looking fantastic. If you're going to play anything, I'd say that Works is looking pretty good. I know it's sub dollar, but I mean, it's better than EOSE and in right now. EVFM's above $1 and looking half decent. I think this could potentially go for another run, but again, not really too confident unless it breaks that high of 130. And then we have IFRX here, which is breaking into new territory here for the market day. So this could be another potential thing to just kind of keep an eye on. Maybe there's some plays that could happen off this. I'm not entirely convinced on that one either, though. But yeah, that's what I'd be focusing on. Maybe ESOE could come back. EOSE, yeah, EOSE could come back. In like maybe, but we always see this kind of stock that looks decent in the morning and then it just kind of slowly tapers off into basically nothing for the rest of the day. And I think that's this one, so wouldn't waste too much energy watching it. But besides that, I think that's going to be it. So we made 73% today, took 4 losses. As far as the money board is concerned, we made $235 today, bringing our total up to $876, 75% increase on the account since we started this on Monday or Tuesday, I guess, because Monday was a holiday. And our win rate is at a whopping 66%. We're going to have to work on getting that higher because we're taking a lot of small losses and it's really hurting our win percentage right now. So, yeah, we're not doing too bad. We're almost at $1,000 2 days in. Could be worse. I think that's actually better than last month so far, so that's always good. Other than that, though, I think we're done for the day, so I will see you guys later. Hopefully you made some money today, and hopefully you have some luck with the market in the future here. Take care, guys.